Hey, what's up? This is Antonio. Welcome back to my channel. Now, who's ready for some fighting words? In this video, I want to do a fight recap for Katie Taylor versus Chantelle Cameron. Really quick, if you like the videos, please take the time right now, subscribe to the channel. This video is a direct reason why you should just subscribe to the channel. Also, hit that thumbs up button because it really does help and support the channel. Now, let's talk about this. The first thing I want to say is why I said you should subscribe to the channel is because I honestly feel like Chantelle Cameron watched my video. Like everything I said for her to do to be successful against Katie Taylor, she did. And I said it was very simple. Just three things. Be first, double or triple up on the jab, and then counter in the end. That's it. The one thing she naturally does is counter in the end. So all you really had to do is focus on the first two. Being first and doubling or tripling up on the jab. And that's exactly what she did. And it was perfect. The game plan was perfect because I know that would disrupt Katie Taylor. You can't run in the way she does. She runs in, she throws flurries, and then runs back out. But if she does that, she can't do it. Why can't she do it? Because Chantelle Cameron's going to be first. And then she's going to double or triple up on that jab. So she can't come in. Chantelle's going to be first. That means Katie Taylor's got to react to what Chantelle's doing. But Chantelle's a natural counterpuncher. So that means she's going to end the sequence perfectly. Now we nullify how much Katie Taylor can punch. We also nullify how much she can come in. And once that was nullified, it was pretty much a go. It was really smooth for Chantelle. Like I said, she's the natural, pure fighter. And she's just a natural, she's just natural. Everything was very fluid. Like I mentioned, everything was very fluid coming from her. I did notice Katie Taylor looked very nervous. She tends to look a little nervous in the open rounds, but she looked particularly nervous. And I think that could have been for a few reasons. One, because I don't think she was counting on, Chantelle doing those jabs. But I also don't think she was counting on how strong Chantelle was going to be. And most importantly, I don't think she realized how fast she was going to be, which I got to say, even on my end, was a little surprising. But she was fast, and it showed. The one thing I already knew was Chantelle was a natural scrapper. And I knew at some point Katie Taylor was going to have to get into a real fight and scrap. But this is not the opponent to do that. You think just because Chantelle is really nice and soft and sweet and polite and has that soft voice that she's some walk in the park. I knew she's not a walk in the park. And I knew she was just biding her time because she knew once I get you in the ring, all the people are doing all these nice things and saying all these nice things on your behalf. And, the fact that I'm in your country, none of them can help you. When I get you in that ring, none of them will be able to help you. They can cheer. They can do all that stuff from the outside, but they won't be in here to help you. And sure enough, we saw what happened. Katie just couldn't get off on those combos. But like I said, that double, triple jab, you can't get on. There's no way to get in. And once you get in, you can't get out smooth. So you're going to eat something either coming in or you're going to eat something on your way out. But either way, you're going to catch a punch. You're going to catch a few shots coming in or leaving out, but you're going to catch something. And like I feel like Katie, I don't want to say she aged, in the fight. And I don't want but I feel she, I don't know. They look like a little lost in the pep in the step. It could just be frustration. It could just be the opponent. Styles do make fights, so it could simply just be the opponent. But I feel like she lost a little pep in her step. I don't believe it was the pressure of the event or anything like that, but sometimes people just age. People just age. Sometimes people can age on the spot, I remember it was Mickey Ward who said, I aged in one round. I got old in one round. It can happen. And I don't know. The fire wasn't there. Like that's the thing with Katie Taylor. Everything is like a poker face. So you don't really know what's going on, but you look at Chantelle and she was having a time of her life. I told you. I said in my breakdown, she lives in that place, that place of chaos, because she's a natural scrapper. So a chaotic moment is totally fine with her. She doesn't mind at all. She doesn't mind mixing it up. She doesn't mind throwing leather. She doesn't mind getting hit. She doesn't mind coming forward. She doesn't mind walking through the fire. Katie Taylor is starting to look like she minds She minds. She doesn't. That is not the game plan. Okay, on her end, that is not the game plan. But that's what she had to do. You know, I gotta say something. I like underdogs. I like it when because I said all last week. I said, you know, the thing with Chantelle is like she's really quiet. She's really, and I'm like, you know, after the fight, you know, in her post interview, she said, you know, I had to say yes to a lot of things, and there was a lot of stuff happening, but I couldn't say anything, you know. But once you get in that ring, you can say everything you want to say, and you can be all you can be in that ring. And it was beautiful to watch her like take out her frustrations, but be in the place where she's most comfortable. And that ring is where she's most comfortable. She deserves to be there, and she showed why she's a champ. She went to enemy territory, you know, and one of probably the biggest events for women, you know, that's happened. You know, there's definitely up there top three. You know, you have Savannah Marshall with Clarissa Shields, and then you have Katie Taylor with Amanda Serrano. Now you have this and Dublin. You know, it's a really big event. And Chantelle Cameron, she rose to the occasion. She didn't bat an eye. She looked it dead in its face, and she walked out. And I like how she came out with the, you know, don't worry about a thing. Every little thing's gonna be all right. You know, like I hear you guys booing me. Doesn't bother me. I know I'm in Ireland. Doesn't bother me. I know this is a pro Katie crowd. Doesn't bother me. You guys can't fight for her. You guys won't be in the ring with her. Doesn't bother me at all. And she strutted in there, and she knew she belonged. There's something about the confidence of somebody who knows they belong someplace. And no point in time did I feel like Katie Taylor felt like she belonged there that night. Or, yes, it's her show, but I don't know. I mean, the whole Irish vibe was down. It wasn't a good look for Ireland. Let's just be honest. It wasn't a good look for Ireland. Ireland took a major loss on that night. And, you know, Katie was the one who's, pressure's on, girl. You gotta hold us up. It's not looking too good for us. You know, it's not looking too good for Gary Cully. Not looking too good for us. You gotta hold us up. And I don't want to say there was a pressure of that, you know, because I don't think that's fair. But it is a lot of pressure. You know, you're in your hometown. These are all your country men and women and your friends, your family. You know, and the previous cards, you know, the people who were supposed to win didn't do it. Yeah, you need to finish us out strong. And it was an amazing fight. It was a great fight. It was a valiant effort by Katie Taylor. But I just thought she was in there with the superior boxer. As I said, I think Chantelle Cameron is a superior boxer. And also, she's the better scrapper. Listen, Chantelle Cameron is the person you don't want to see in an alley. But she's also somebody you don't want to see in the ring. Katie Taylor is just somebody you don't want to see in a ring. There's a difference. I said it before and I'll say it again. Chantelle Cameron is a fighter. Katie Taylor is an athlete who can fight. That's the difference. That's the difference. Katie Taylor said she wants to run it back. She wants to rematch. I personally think Katie Taylor should be hanging things up. And if you follow the channel for any amount of time, you know I'm not a big fan of telling people to hang it up. But I just don't think this is a winnable opponent for you. I admire, you know, your will to get back in there and your championship spirit, but this is not the opponent. I think if she has Chantelle Cameron at a lower weight, I think you're dealing with an even faster Chantelle Cameron, who's still going to have some pop in her punches. And I don't think that's going to benefit you. And if you come back at this weight, you're going to deal with that all over again. And now you're going to have to deal with that times two. And I'll tell you why. Because she already beat you. So she's already going into this saying, I beat you last time very convincingly. This time I'm knocking you out. The only thing that I have to set the bar for is a knockout. I'm just going to raise that up. That's it. I don't feel like you can hurt me. I feel like I'm faster than you. And I feel like I'm more skilled or more knowledgeable in this ring than you. So I'm going for a knockout. You're just going for a little win. And then maybe you're going to ride off to the sunset. And that was another thing for Katie Taylor. You know, a lot of people thought that she should have rode off into the sunset after the first Amanda Serrano fight. And a lot of people thought she was going to, but, you know, she stuck around. I mean, granted, I mean, look at this massive event. So I understand why she stuck around, but it didn't benefit her, you know? And if you were to come back, you know, you got to deal with your mental battles. You're talking about somebody who's never lost. You're talking about somebody who many people put up there who equal with Clarissa Shields in terms of accolades. And now she's lost. And now she's going to come back. That's a lot to deal with right here. It's a lot to deal with right there. So I don't know, you know, I don't know. But I don't think she wins in a rematch either. I don't care what weight. I just don't think she wins in a rematch. If it's at 30, 35, or 40, I don't think she wins in a rematch. I think she needs to leave Chantelle Cameron alone. That's what I think she needs to do. And Chantelle, I believe she was talking about doing it in her country, which, you know, she had the whole world against her and she's just beat you up. Imagine if she has the whole world riding with her. It's going to be a different ball game. And I don't know. I just think she does worse to Katie Taylor in the rematch. But those are my thoughts. What do you think? Do you think that they should run it back? Do you think there's even a reason to run it back? I personally don't feel like there's a reason to run it back. I mean, they can run it back for the purpose of money, moolah. Sure, run it back for that. But, you know, I don't think they need to run that back, you know, personally. Now, granted, there's a lot of fights out there where Chantelle Cameron right now, because her stock is super high. So there's a lot of things that she could do. There's a lot of opponents out there for you. You got your Michaela Mayers. You got Amanda Serrano. You have Alicia Baumgartner, who's also undefeated. Go after her. And Alicia was there, and she also said that she would love to get it on with whoever the winner was. So there you go. You know, or that's a good fight. That's a really, 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 really good fight. So there's a lot of opportunity for both ladies. But like I said, Chantelle Cameron, I'm so happy for her. I knew she was going to do it. I knew she had it in her. And honestly, sky's the limit for her. She's rocking high right now. So let's see what happens next. As always, please like, please share, please subscribe to this channel.